Welcome to a quick Cinema 4D tutorial. What we're going to be doing today is this: falling text within a vertical kind of mobile screen size. So let's get started. Shut these down. Cool. Quick thing to get started is a box. We needed somewhere to put this text. Size we can work out if we start by setting the render output. Now our phone is 1080 by 1920. Let's lock that, and let's actually halve that just so we've got the ratio, and that's really all we need to get started. If we get a camera happening, we can zero out the coordinates here, and if we look through the camera, there's our box. This is where our text is going to fall into, and so that camera, what I did is actually set it to parallel, and you'll see it actually has a bit of a bigger viewport, but that should do us there. That's kind of rough. It doesn't have to be super exact or precise. What we're going to do is hit C on this cube. First we'll thicken it out a bit. Hit C on that cube, and then we want to hit delete on that top one and just make it an empty box. Perfect. Let's hide that. And actually what I'll do is I won't hide it, but I'll set it to X-ray so it's visible. And I'll get this camera and I'll put a protection tag on it just so we don't move that accidentally. And I'll hide the camera markers just so we've got a clean view. Now what we want is some text, and that is the mo text under here. I'll set it to a font that I think is suitable. I've got a ton of fonts. Let's go SFUI display. Let's go black so it's nice and chunky. Let's set that to middle, and hitting T will scale this up. We'll go big, something like that, and view it from the side, and that might be okay. Let's rotate that. Let's do it that way. 90 degrees, holding shift so it rotates at 5-degree increments. And I'm going to lift that up here, and perfect. Now the cube needs a simulation collider body tag. The mo text as is needs a rigid body tag. And if we press play, done. That's it. Now we'll go back to the start. Let's duplicate this. Oh. Done. Now we want to offset this so it's sitting behind it, just enough, and then overlay the two. Something like that. And let's put in our text. So let's just go hello you apostrophe. Let's move those. Let's do that. Go view through the camera. Which one needs to go higher? Oops. No, the other one. There we go. Perfect. as long as they're out of the camera view to begin with. Alright, so when you hit render, you can see there's the grey box. If you double click on these, if you hold down Alt or Option and double click, you'll turn these traffic lights on, you'll hide that cube. And perfect. We're going to need some more time, so I'm going to set this to 150. If you double click on this, rather than drag this back over across, if you just double click on it, it'll stretch it out to the full amount. Now see how it falls really slowly? You can speed that up by hitting Command D, and you've got a General tab, and in that you've got a time scale. So what I'll do is I'll set a, let's just go 150 time scale. You can see that speeds it up, and then by the time it gets to say 80, I'll hit that again, and then 90, I'll slow it down to 100 and hit that again. So we've got, it'll be 150 for the fall, which looks a bit more realistic, and there we go. Cool, now let's get some colors happening. So I'm going to set a background color. I just want that to be an almost black in the luminance channel. Not full black, just slightly off. And I will create a background object and assign that black to it. Then I'll duplicate this by holding down Command or Control. Call it 01. I'm going to create maybe 4 colors to play with. Now, if you want to get some really simple color palettes, find this site here, coolers.co. You can jump on the site and just hit spacebar and it'll give you some, oh that's nice, it'll give you some random color palettes. So let's just go with that. So I'm going to go that as my background color. Oh, and I'm using this tool here, which is called, it's called ColorSlurp or something like that. I'll post a link in the description. It's really cool. I basically just hit Command Shift M and it brings up this little color palette and it gives me the number, or you can literally just grab that. And so if I go back to here, there's our background color, or our first color. Now, if you want to individually color these, I can assign a single color to the hello text, and then a, let's call that 2, let's call that 3. Let's go back here and grab that. Now this hex value might not be on your system. You need to enable that in the preferences somehow. There we go. Let's go back here, grab that. Beautiful, and let's get one more. We'll get that kind of peachy color, pale gold, I think they're calling it. Call that 4. Done. Cool, so there's our color palette. Background's going to be black. Now at the moment we can only color the entire words by assigning a color to them, which if we render that out, oh, if we, why is that rendering black? Let's play. So you might want that. What I did, which was really cool, is in these text objects, if you select them both, you go into selections, you've got start cap and the shell. And if we assign this background color to our text, but only assign that to this, drag this shell to it, it'll only put it on the side. So you've got almost this nice little cutout which defines the shapes a lot better. So you can either leave it like that and render that out, Or if you want to individually color the letters, you can do something super simple and right click on these and connect objects and delete. Oh, no, not that. Current state to object. And then you get the letters individually. And you can individually assign colors to those, which I won't go into right now. Pretty straightforward, easy to do. And there you have it. Good luck. Post a comment in the comment section with what you've actually created. It'd be interesting to see what you guys come up with.